Welcome everyone to this conversation about no-code tools and
Mm-hmm.
how these platforms like Replet Agent, Windsurf, and Lovable often fall short of what they promise. Don't you think?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's um, funny how they market this magical simplicity, like you can
Mm-hmm.
build your entire app in hours instead of months.
Exactly. It's like selling a dream where anyone, developers and non-developers, can just click and build, no
Yeah,
major hurdles. But when you jump in, reality hits hard.
right, right. It's almost as if the promise unravels into a series of errors and unexpected
Mm-hmm.
issues, leaving you in a loop of trying to fix things rather than, building something amazing.
Absolutely. And one of the big issues is that um, these platforms are built with the idea of speed and ease,
Yeah,
but the experience ends up being a constant battle with bugs and incomplete features.
yeah, it's kind of ironic. I mean, you sign up expecting a smooth ride and then you face persistent glitches that just keep cropping up almost like a vicious cycle.
Mm-hmm. Totally. And another major point is the whole credits and token system, which is really frustrating because every
Mm-hmm.
error and every failed attempt just drains your resources away.
Right. It's like you're given a bucket of tokens to start your project, and then each bug seems to take a bite out of that bucket, leaving you
Yeah,
with less and less to actually build your idea.
exactly. And it's almost as if the system's design inherently sets you up for that kind of disappointment, making you feel
Mm-hmm.
like you're caught in a loop of wasted time and money.
And isn't that the crux? You invest your time, your resources, expecting innovation, but then you just wind up constantly troubleshooting instead of progressing, which can be super disheartening.
Yeah, precisely. It's um, not just about minor hiccups. It's about the platform not living up to the core promise of democratizing app development.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of an empowering tool, it turns into a frustrating maze.
There's also this heavy reliance on rapid product development and automation, which might overlook addressing systemic issues efficiently.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you say?
yes, indeed. I mean, while the idea of iterative improvement sounds good on paper, in practice, those regular updates rarely manage to squash the recurring errors,
Hmm.
leading to persistent challenges.
Now, one might argue that this iterative approach is just a natural growing pain for such a young field, but I
Yeah,
respectfully think that some errors become too entrenched to ignore.
I completely agree. It's like when you're in a race to add flashy features, the basics, the bug fixes, and stability are
Hmm.
overlooked. And that really undermines the platform's purpose.
Right? It almost feels as if companies should um, refocus on accountability and listen
Yeah,
more closely to user feedback rather than just racing to roll out the next update with more bells and whistles.
exactly. It's a call for serious accountability. Users deserve a reliable tool that doesn't trap them in endless loops of error messages and depleted credits
Hmm.
rather than just another flashy promise.
And as much as the promise of quick innovation is tempting, it really turns into more of a
Yeah,
double edged sword, where you're constantly dealing with new issues after every fix.
absolutely. It creates a cycle where every patch spawns another bug and each solution feels temporary, almost like you're fighting a
Hmm.
losing battle instead of actually progressing.
So, what do you think is the way forward for these no code platforms um, to break that cycle
Yeah,
and truly deliver on their promise?
well, for starters, there needs to be a shift in priorities. Instead of focusing solely on adding more features, companies should invest in solid, robust error management
Hmm.
and improved customer support to really empower the user.
Yeah, it's like building a house. You first need a strong foundation before you worry about the fancy decorations, right?
Yeah, exactly. And doing so would not only improve satisfaction, but also rebuild
Hmm.
trust, showing users that the core promise of no code is as viable as they expect.
It's a delicate balance, isn't it? The drive for rapid innovation versus the need for a stable, reliable product.
Yeah,
Because without that, progress feels like a constant uphill battle.
absolutely. And let's not forget the opportunity for a new wave of innovation. When companies truly listen to user feedback, it can lead to platforms that are both feature rich and reliable, ultimately fulfilling the promise of no code.
Hmm. And that could genuinely democratize app development for everyone, not just the tech savvy, creating real
Yeah,
empowerment in the process.
Exactly. It's all about cutting through the noise of endless error messages and delivering a streamlined experience, one that finally aligns with the initial bold vision.
So, while the current challenges might seem discouraging, they're also a critical part of the evolution in this young field.
Yeah,
Inspiring, I'd say, the kind of improvements that can build the future of no-code development.
right. It's a reminder that every innovation, no matter how promising, faces growing pains, and it's our hope that with constructive critique and accountability, there's a real shift towards more robust tools ahead.
Absolutely, and the takeaway for users should be to approach these no-code platforms with a bit
Yeah.
of caution, testing out small projects first, and preparing for some troubleshooting along the way.
Precisely. Because until the technology matures and companies invest more in stability, it's wise to have a backup plan and not put all your eggs in one basket.
Well said. And for the folks building these platforms, consider this a respectful nudge to put user empowerment at the forefront of development
Yeah,
rather than just chasing quick wins.
exactly. By doing so, they can truly deliver on that transformative promise of no code and make the experience genuinely rewarding for everyone involved.
It's a fascinating space right now, with both challenges
Yeah.
and huge potential, turning every setback into an opportunity for better solutions.
Absolutely, the landscape is evolving, and as more feedback is integrated and improvements are made, we could see these platforms really live up to that dream of empowering creators everywhere without all the unnecessary glitches.
Here's hoping we see more accountability and reliable performance soon, because in the end, the promise of no code should be about unlocking creativity, not just managing endless errors. Am I right?
Yeah, you got it. And with a bit of collaboration and constructive criticism, this space can transform for the better, paving the way for truly innovative, user-friendly platforms.
Well, it's been a lively conversation on the ups and downs of no-code platforms,
Yeah,
and I'm inspired by both the challenges and the potential for significant improvement.
absolutely. Thanks for diving into these details with me today. And let's keep our eyes on the evolution of these tools. There's so much promise ahead if the right changes are implemented. Definitely something to look forward to.